Oh yes, what he said is base boxing basement it should be right here. Talking to his fans because he loves them no homo. So I mean first of all, you know that bomber clot, you know? Jealous, envious, bitter bomber clot. Tired, he dissed me on his life, you know. And he was so cowardly. When I called him up at least 8 times, he wouldn't answer. He wouldn't answer. And people were going, go and fight him, go and fight him, go and fight him. I'm like, yeah, of course, man. But the problem with Booth, I said, bare knuckle, man. No gloves, uh, traveler rules, gypsy rules only until you give best. Yeah. And because he can't punch. Yeah. He's only had 2 KOs in 28 fights. 2 KOs in 28 fights. Think about that. Now, I haven't put it into my calculator, but that's about 7%, 6.5% KO ratio. You know, feather-fisted bum. But that's not really the problem. I mean, obviously, it was easy to roll over and bare knuckle. He won't have to run around the ring do his stupid moves. He'll just get battered. Um, but that's not the problem. The problem is he's a grass. Time Reef is a well-known grass, and he's a police informer. Right? He's got links to feds. He's linked up with a Fed channel. Yeah? He's admitting being a grass. He even grassed his own father up for dealing weed. You know, so grassing to Time Reef is not exactly something alien. Okay. Uh, and I spoke to some guys in Sheffield, and his background is, I wasn't going to reveal this, but his background is very creepy. Yeah, yeah. I asked someone about him, and they said, "Oh, he's a bum. He's a loser without no friends. He's a rubbish boxer." I know someone who went to school with him, right? And he was a school weirdo, you know, with no mates. And apparently, he used to hang around the girls' toilets, just hang around the girls' toilets creepily, and try and talk to girls. But obviously, they used to just cringe and ignore him because he was so creepy. Not to mention ugly with his blubbery lips, you know, his dry roasted peanut shaped head, you know, the stupid look in his face. And another guy actually went to school with him and he said, yeah, he goes, yeah, I remember the time he was a very weird guy, you know, back in the morning. He goes, um, I remember one day, he was about 13 and he brought a banana to school, okay? And his favorite trick was to ask all the other kids, do you want to see this banana disappear in a second? He used to ask the other kids, do you want to see this banana disappear in a second? And obviously they say, yeah, yeah, man. They think it's a magic trick. They think it's some kind of magic trick that they expect, right? Yeah. And then Tyan Booth would make the banana disappear, in inverted commas, right? In front of the other kids by sticking it up his ass. I mean, you know, this is the kind of person we're dealing with. And obviously, it hasn't gone any better. It hasn't gone any better in adulthood. In fact, it's gone worse when you get a drink on. And he called me a crackhead. He made all these ridiculous claims. Apparently, I've been hitting him up on Facebook all the time. As I said, I don't have him on Facebook. I don't know on Facebook. He said, I use his, I copy him all the time. No, I don't. All he, go through the last few time move lives. All he does is use my phrases. And he called me a crackhead. I'm not a crackhead. Yeah. I've done crack. I've done crack. I've had experiences with it. I've smoked it in a crack house. But you know, I'm not a crackhead. I mean, how can he say that? And then, you know, he's on the TV doing greens, drinking, doing yayo, right? He's just looking for an angle, but there are no angles because it's all pointed towards him. You're a loser. You're a bum. You got no friends. You're poor. You're a failed boxer, huh? With a 7% KO rate. I mean, imagine being. How can you punch? How can you be so poor at boxing as to only stop 7% of your opponents? Two opponents out of 28. What a bum. And like I said, I mentioned before in other videos a few times, and he watches them all. Tambi watches all me videos, and he loves them. You know, but he turned against me. I don't know why. Jealousy, linking up with triple venables. I don't know why. I don't care. But it was predictable. I said he turns on everyone, and he'll turn on BKM too. You know. And BKM should probably drop him and think, well, this kind of series is not working. No one's interested in Tyree anymore. He's yesterday's news. He's just a drunken, alcoholic loner and a loser. But as I said, I mentioned in all the videos, which he's obviously watched, that he'd given Kell Brook some head. He'd given Kell Brook some head. Right? So he's the passive. And he's never addressed that. You notice that, right? He never ever addressed it, or denied it, or refuted it. Why? What does that tell us? Because it's true. It's a true story. Tyan Booth smoked Kell Brook's Corey. Anyway, the point of this video was to talk about Sonny Edwards, these Tyan Booth. What would happen if they faced off? What would happen, if they had a fight or had a discussion, like an intellectual argument, that kind of thing. Um, Sonny, of course, is very deluded. He's sensitive. He genuinely thought he was the king of Twitter, and I actually went easy on him and I pulled back because he revealed the better side to him, and I was like, you know what, I'll give you another chance. He tried to bribe me with £8 and come on the channel, but since then I've dropped him loads of messages. He ignores every single one. He thinks he's done his job. It'll take a lot more than £80 to bribe the Shabib, biatch. but, but there is a side. There is a side, okay, to Sonny that's fairly likable. I think he's a manipulator. I think he deliberately puts on his good side, but he knows he's in a weak position. Like when I recorded him laughing at child abuse victims, like Tyan Booth, funny enough. He thinks it's really funny. Wrong, man. Like Tyan Booth, like, what else was he? He thinks depression's funny, alcoholism, go and kill yourself. Suicide, being suicidal is very funny. But I gave him some space. He has probably now proved himself to be a bit of a snake, though, because he thought he'd done his bit. Oh, I've appeased the Triple B. Oh, I've appeased Triple B by bribing him with £8 and going on his live, so I've appeased him now. So now I'll just ignore him. I mean, obviously his twat is down because what's that guy called? The Israeli asset Tommy Robinson rinsed him so badly he shut his entire account down. I mean, imagine the weakness. He's obsessed with Twitter. He was like, "Oh, I'm the king of Twitter." He's not. He's a bum. He will attack low IQ people, and it's very easy if you pick your targets. If you're shooting fish in a barrel, it's not difficult, right? If you're trying to catch a fish in the sea, which is very speedy, it's very difficult. But that bum will always go for the fish in the barrel. Any idiot can do that. So I have mixed feelings about Sonny. Mixed feelings. Tyree, on the other hand, is clearly proved himself to be a scumbag. Now, I have had many people say to me, "Why did you back him? Why did you protect him? Why did you give him the time of day? He's a bum." Oh, hang on. Sorry, advert come up. Yeah, and I said, well, I don't know. I said, I just remembered old days when he was fairly funny, right? Right? But now he's a bum. He's got no friends. He's a loner. His family hates him. His family are dysfunctional. They're a mixture of drug dealers, battymans. He said yesterday his brother was a battyman. I didn't realize he had a brother. His brother's a battyman. His uncles are a battyman. Both the brown and the white one. His dad is a drug dealer. He's brown bread. His mother is an ex. She started to sleep with the dad at the age of 13. So his dad is also a nonce. His own father is a nonce. So maybe it's not surprising that Tyan's a nonce. And he shit himself. You remember when Billy Joe Saunders rang him up, right? Yeah, on a live. You remember that? And his face instantly changed. Oh, is that really Billy? And then you could hear it was Billy Saunders by the voice. Billy Joe Saunders, and he just chatted, yeah. And it's like a kid being told off, an 8-year-old kid being turned off. told off by the headmaster at school. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh no, I won't do that again. Oh, I apologize. What a bumper clot, soft. You know, he talks big, don't he? But only against easy targets. And people might say, oh, he went up against Joshua, he bucked up against Joshua. Joshua is an easy target. Why? Because he's a batty man. Huh? And he is um, such a big brand, such a big name, such a money generator that he cannot risk getting in a confrontation. So that's an easy target. People go, oh, will you speak Joshua to his face and tell him he's a batty man? Yeah, of course, man. You're a batty man. You know, you're a pole smoker. And AKA skins is your man's. Right? So, Sonny Edwards vs Tyan Booth. Who wins in the discussion? Let's go. Number one discussion. Um, I think Tyan is way lower IQ. He has some creativity in his humor, you know, because he's quite creative in his humor. Well, not anymore. He was, but it was a short flame. It burnt for not very long time, and Sonny severely overestimates his IQ and intelligence, and he can't even. He's illiterate as well, and but yeah, I believe Sonny has more going for him. Okay, he might be a midget, but he's 28. You know, he's got a nice looking girl. Yeah, check this one out, blood. Yeah, I mean, I ain't really into the Latina thing. I like white women with blue eyes. Girls that look Amish, girls that look like they could, milk a cow happily all afternoon. But and make you a good dinner, But if you're into Latinas, Sonny's girls, damn hot. You know, good on him. Well done for being 5'2" and getting knocked out by Van Rodriguez, but still getting a nice piece of pum pum. So yeah, good on him. So I would have no doubt in my mind that if it was a one-to-one discussion, on Zoom or live, um, Sunday was destroy time beef. And also, Tyler's a coward. Like I said yesterday, he kept on pretending I'm trying to answer. Oh, Toby won't pick up. I'm like, I've called you, you idiot, you moron. He wouldn't pick up. I provided the proof to that. He's a bum. He's a coward. He swallowed it so bad against Billy Joe Saunders. You know what I'm saying? Um, and he is a pulse smoker. He's a pulse smoker, specifically Kell Brooks pole. Um, So yeah, I believe Sonny, though he's not nearly as bright as he'd like to be, his IQ is I reckon around 98. Tynes IQ is about 75, so that's a mismatch on paper. So yeah, I think Sonny would win the discussion, the debate. But having said that, Tyne is such a coward, he probably wouldn't, even enter the debate. He's too cowardly. He's a pussy, and when he didn't answer single one single one of my messages and my calls. Um, what else? Boxing. Well, I mean, obviously, Time Reef is bigger, but he's 41 allegedly. He's 6'2". He's probably weighs in light heavyweight now. Sonny Edwards is obviously a flyweight. He's 5'3", but Sonny has way better skills than Tyan Booth. And amazingly, and this is where it gets weird, Tyan Booth has a 7% knockout ratio, percentage, sorry. And he's only stopped 2 people in 28 fights. Sonny Edwards has stopped 4 people in, I think, 21 fights. His ratio of stoppages is about 15%. He got double. I had a stoppage ratio that bum Time Booth has. So I think what would happen, and we saw, you remember the last fight Time Booth fought an utter bum who looked like he'd never boxed before and stopped him. Before that, my boy Carl Charles knocked him out, and he went he went out of the ring crying. And Sonny, so this is what I think would happen. Sonny Edwards would not lose a round. He would outbox Time with his skills, his speed, his in and outness. Yeah, and eventually Tyan would just quit. Let's say it's 12 rounds, Tyan would quit because he has no heart, he's a coward, he's got and no intestinal fortitude. Yeah, Tyan would quit. I reckon in about round 8, and he'd walk out of the ring. Sonny would have busted his face up probably, and Sonny would be the winner by stoppage. I predict if Sonny Edwards fought Tyan Booth, Sonny Edwards would be the winner on stoppage. A rare stoppage, but stoppage nonetheless.